If it feels like we were just doing this, it's because we were. Anyway, welcome everybody. How are we doing? Hopefully well. Hopefully some of you guys transitioned over here. And I'm not just talking to myself. Anyway, this is Mash and Metal. Welcome back to another Friday night here on Mash and Metal. Again, the theme is guitar solos that you may not know, but you should. Yes, and thank you, Anthony, for that. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button. We appreciate that. Even though I can't play guitar for crap, I do love guitar. Because of that, that's kind of what tonight is all about, is guitar solos. So hopefully some of you will pop in chat here and enjoy it as well. And I hope that get a few people to pop on and have some opinions on things. In any case, so let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to start with things that are probably less obscure, and then go to things that are more obscure and earlier. No, later, catalog wise, timeline. Words are getting hard tonight. So, in any case, I have a whole playlist ready to go, and so let's see what we got here. We're going to start with our first selection, and I imagine that most of you are familiar with this song. At least I hope you are, but if you're not, then you soon will be. Now, the way I'd plan on doing this is that I'm not going to say what it is I'm playing, although right now I imagine that that's way too big, so let's make that small. Smaller still. That's not what we want. No, still not that. No. That's, where's the thing? None of these are the things I was looking for, but no, I had not planned on it, Anthony, but who's to say? Who's to say what will come this stream? But anything could happen. Ray Clark was a serious badass, for sure. I wanted to make this smaller so you guys couldn't see it, so it would be a surprise. I guess I can share like this, and then you guys can't see it. Although maybe you have seen it already. Yeah, it's all right. We'll just go. I can share, and yeah. All right. So in any case, we're going to start with what I think is just an absolute classic. If you're not familiar with it, then you will be after tonight. So I just realized my hat's a little wonky. This over here got a little off. I watched Hee Haw behind the scenes on Ray Clark and crew. Some really amazing musicians. I don't think the show did them justice. Probably not. All right, we got a few people popping in now. William Hall and DMC. And again, wait, did I drop the link? I probably haven't dropped the link yet. That's why no one's popping on. Come on, Sean, get with the program. Let's do that, shall we? I have to search myself on YouTube, which is always pretentious, but we're going to do it anyway. So I can drop the linkage. There we go. And then I have to immediately mute myself. Oh, we're already muted. Good. All right. So, David, one thing, me and you have chatted several times in person, but I don't know what kind of music you're into. I would be very curious to find out tonight since you are here. There is the link, though, folks, if you would like to join and talk music tonight. Going to be kind of a chill night. Even though this is a metal stream, a lot of the solos that I selected, I find them to be quite beautiful, even though they're in metal songs. So more chill metal solos, I guess, than necessarily just like fast and aggressive. But you guys will decide. I'm curious to see what you guys think of these. And feel free to rate them as we go through them. Of course, score 1 to 10. I'm not going to score them because I picked them, so that doesn't really quite seem fair. Anyway, without further ado, feel free to rank these songs as we go through. And again, we're just playing the solo, so we're not doing the whole song. That's not what I want. All right. I hate Amazon Music so much. Spotify, get your shit together. Okay, so we are sharing already. And we're going to skip ahead to the mark that I have written down here for the solo, which starts at 3 minutes and 14 seconds. If you guys know this song just off of the solo, then you guys are awesome. So here we go. Here's our first solo of the night. This is an old one, but a good one. And in my mind, again, an absolute classic guitar solo. So here we go. Candy Rhodes in the house. Cheers, buddy. By the way, extra points if you can name the song just off the solo. Anybody out there? Hell yeah, man. Yeah, so that is our first solo of the night. Feel free to rank it 1 to 10, guys. What do you think? I'm not going to tell you what it is until I see some scores in the chat to prevent any kind of bias, I guess, let's say. So first solo of the night there, from what I consider an absolute classic in the metal genre. What do you think, Will, of that first solo?
From what I heard, it was really good. It's got to be some Metallica.
No, not Metallica. There is a one Metallica song on here, although I would say it's a stretch to call it a solo because James insisted on talking over it, even though I'd still love it. Ben in the house as well. Ben, did you catch that first solo?
Did not.
Okay, fair enough. But for those that did in chat, I'm curious to see what you all thought of it. So feel free to drop scores. Bauer in the house. What's up, buddy? Solid 7. Okay. That's fine. You hurt me a little bit there, Bauer. That's one of my favorite solos of all time, but I'll take it. I'll take a 7.
What was it?
I'm going to wait for a few more scores to come in before I say. And I'm gonna do that all night because I don't want band bias to change your scores. So I'm just gonna play the solos without announcing what they are, and then you guys score them, and then I'll tell you what they are.
Well, then I'm gonna go on mute and go listen.
You can't because you don't know what I'm playing. Oh,
I can go listen so I can give it a score. How much have you been drinking?
I'm too drunk to taste this chicken, Ben. Anyway, real quick on you though. So are you saying that you're a Lafroig fan? Is that what? You're muted.
Well, fuck me. What? I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I'm not anti it. I'm not anti Lagavulin either. I just really hate that one bottle.
That's funny because that's one of my. Anyway, Lafroig 10 is trash. I completely agree on that one.
I don't actually believe I've ever had Lafroig 10.
You shouldn't. It's terrible. It's the worst peated scotch I've ever had. And I've had a fair amount. Like I feel like I've had 3 or 4 dozen at this point, and it's my least favorite by a large margin. It tastes like wet ashtray. So if you're into that, then whatever. That aside, I love peated scotch for the most part, but not that one. Not that one. Wood says good stuff. I don't know if he's talking about Lafroig 10 or the song. I assume he means the song because Lafroig 10 is not good stuff. Yeah. No, that's one of my favorite guitar solos. I feel like we got a fair number of scores in. So that is the amazing Alex Skolnick of Testament. And the song is Return to Serenity. One of my favorite of all time. And I mean, I love Alex Skolnick as well. He's one of my probably top 10 at least guitarists. He might be higher than that, but at least top 10. I love Alex. He's fantastic. And I think Testament in general is kind of underappreciated. So, and that was, what is that? I forget the name of the album, but it's their, let's see, fifth album, sixth album. It was like mid 90s. But yeah, great album. Love it. Electric Crown, I think is the name. Is that right? But yeah. Looks like good shipping boxes, but there you go. Anyway, yeah, Alex Skolnick of Testament and Return to Serenity is our first song. And that's probably one of the least obscure of the night. So yeah, hopefully you guys at least know one of these. Maybe we're going to test your rock and metal knowledge. Next one up, I'm certain, unless you're familiar with this band, there's no way anyone guesses who this is unless you know the song. I think it's an absolutely beautiful song, but the band that is doing it will probably surprise you. So here we go. Next one. And really, it's the whole song is kind of the solo. So I'm just going to let it play out. It's only like 3 minutes. So here we go. Next song up, and be ready to score, folks. So. Northwest Bourbon in the house. Cheers, Mark. See you, buddy. Folks, if you do know it, don't ruin it for everyone else until everyone is scored. agree with that, Wood. Okay. So that's our second. Now I realize it's not technically a solo because it's more of a song, but I mean, it's this person who I will not name until the scores are
Right,
thrown
but
out.
my question is what I put in chat. Are you sure there wasn't a lead and a rhythm guitar in there?
Well, I mean, clearly there's an acoustic and an electric playing at the same
Yeah,
time.
well,
so.
I mean, no, I've heard guitarists who can do both at once. So
Yeah, I mean, there's and yeah, I mean, there's multiple things going on at the same time, but I mean, it's still like just a giant guitar solo. But that said,
solo means.
well, I mean, any solo has things going on in the background.
Not if it's a solo.
I mean, there's usually like at least a rhythm drum beat going on in the background.
No, a lot of solos have a rhythm guitar going on in the background. They enunciate the lead guitarist. They bring up the volume, they bring up the gain, kind of make them stand out in front. You still got the drums and the bass and everything going on behind them, but it kind of fades away. If you're mixing it well, it's dropping into the background and that guitar is stepping forward.
Yeah, for sure. And and Copper Wolf tonight is basically all instrumental because we're only doing solos. So there won't be any harsh vocals or any kind of craziness like that. We're just focusing on exceptional guitar work, basically. Which, excuse me, sorry, that burp surprised me. In any case, so yeah. If you like guitar, then I feel like you'll appreciate tonight. Who anybody out there? So let's get to some scores here. Will, since you two are on panel, scores, of course, been through his in chat. But Will, you got a score for me? What did you think of that?
For me, I'd give that a solid 8, maybe 8.5.
Okay.
I like the way the acoustic and the electric kind of intertwined and they kind of danced around a little bit.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs from this band, even though it's far different than most of the stuff they ever did. So Bauer giving us 7.7, Prescription Bourbon a 7, Ben only a 6. That kind of hurts me a little bit, but that's okay.
6 is not stretching.
This doesn't really sound like a guitar solo to me. Fair enough. A beautiful song, maybe.
Well, that's kind of where I'm at. One is a little too like what's that classical song, Flight of the Butterflies or whatever else? It was a little
Flight of the Bumblebee.
Flight of the Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, that's it. Yeah, I couldn't think of it, but yeah, it was a little a little wishy-washy for me, and
well, if it helps, Dan's even lower than you, 5.25. Coming in strong with the 5.25.
I could have easily gone down there.
I gotta say that hurts me, Dan, especially given who this is. Maybe you'll change your score after you know it. Maybe you know who it is. Copper Wolf saying, I love instrumentals. I tried my hand on the guitar, but sadly I parked it. Yeah, so I have 3 guitars. Fun fact. can't play any of them, but I have 3 guitars.
I got the beat. I got 22, and I can't play worth a shit either. So
there you go. Yeah. And Bauer, that was not Vi. Who that was Chuck Schuldiner of Death. That is a Death song off Sound of Perseverance, their last album. And I've actually listened to that song many, many times on a repeat as I go to sleep. I love that song tremendously. That is the Sound of Perseverance. No, I'm sorry. Sound of Perseverance is the album. The song is Voice of the Soul.
I have nothing against the song, but like if I'm rating it as a solo, maybe I should have gone much lower because it wasn't a solo.
I guess it's still fantastic guitar work. I don't care what you say it is. I tried to do the YouTube lesson, but they move a little too fast for me. I mean, fair enough. What just happened? Anyway, you guys didn't see that. I get that, but I feel like having a backing also guitar is fine. Anyway, Ben's trying to catch flies. Moving along to song
apparently my whiskey has attracted some fruit flies.
All right, you won't be able to bitch about this. This is definitely a guitar solo. I don't know what else you would call it. So, just felt like one of those interlude tracks on an album. There wasn't a payoff. I don't know, man. I feel like the payoff is the song, but I like the vibe of the whole thing. Of course, I mean, I'm a huge Death fan, so in general. So,
yeah, that's just something you always say. I'm a huge fan of Death.
I mean,
I love funerals.
But both things are true, actually. Yeah. Don't we need more dead humans? On that note, let's move along. All right, this is definitely a guitar solo. So,
okay, to start with,
yeah.
You get those from Jim Beam? I don't know what we're talking about. All right, that is the solo. Ben has a face. He's making a face. This is the best lead guitar. Ben's still shitting on the last. Anyway,
I'm on this one.
So you don't call this a guitar solo either?
No, the drums were louder than the guitar.
And it's pretty typical for there to be drums in the background of a guitar. I don't. What are you wanting right now?
Solos.
Okay,
eruption. That's what he wants. He wants eruption.
Eruption is overrated as shit. Anyway,
well, I don't think any guy has ever said that before, but all right.
No, I mean eruption's fine, but I mean, anyway. There you go. See, Dan is backing me up. Yeah. There you go. Exactly.
Dan's got it. So when you mix, you should push that to mixing. You have to think in a 3D space. You've got left, right, top, bottom, back and forth.
Yeah, there are plenty of musical acts that have true solos. When you go to a drum solo, there's no guitar playing. You know. It's just my feeling.
For sure. The only thing is I'm doing things that are more obscure tonight, and as far as I know, no one has known a single song I've played so far. So these are not like top 40 guitar solos, which I could have done, but that didn't seem as fun. So I'm doing things that maybe no one's ever heard before. And so far, I think I'm achieving that goal, even though it seems like maybe the audience is not loving it. That said, though, yeah, so I agree with Dan's statements here. I mean, so I don't expect there to be only guitar in a guitar solo. I swear I heard Painted Black. But anyway,
I guess for me, it's much more in the classical sense because that's my musical background is classical.
okay, well,
So-
we're not doing that, Ben, and we never have ever.
Well, that's how I think about it. That's all.
You keep mentioning that, but that's never what we do.
No. That's my mindset. Is all.
I got you. Anyway, on the solo though, scores, fellas.
I'm going to be harsh on that one. I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay, did not like it. Will did not like it. Okay. Should I play it again? I feel like we talked a lot. And
Sure, play it again.
okay, one more time. Let me back up to the beginning here. About 5 seconds in is when it really starts. So one more time. It's short. It's only like 30 seconds. So everybody in chat have a. All right. Second time is the charm, I guess.
Thought it sounded familiar.
There's no way you know this song, Ben.
I believe they might actually have. If they're not presently, I actually believe they may have been on one of my uncle's prog labels. If I'm right.
Really? That would be interesting. Okay, so once we'll talk. It starts good, but then it just starts jacking off.
Yeah, I agree. That last third of that, he just totally lost it. The first half or so was decent, but then when he started going into those sweeps and that just
it was
not a fan of the sweeps.
I mean, here's the thing: it was very proggy.
Okay. So DMC highest score changed to a 6. Okay. Bauer didn't like it. Ben, are you talking about like Jimi Hendrix or Star Spangled Banner style? Everybody else? Yeah. I mean, possibly. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Will not a fan then?
Like I said, the first half to 2/3 was fine. It's just that end where he ended that, he almost, he lost me.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6.5 just because I could feel the prog influence.
Okay, fair enough. I bet people will like it even less once I tell you what it is. Sounds like video game soundtrack from back when the video games were badass. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll take it, Woods. All right, so actually, Ben, let's do this. Before I announce it, I want you to tell me who you think it is, and then I will tell you who it actually is.
The band it reminded me of was Avenged Seven. What do you call it? Sevenfold.
Holy shit, you got it right. They were on your uncle's prog label?
Yeah. Well, one of them, yeah. He's one of the most well-known people in progressive rock.
You talking about Sinister Gates?
No, I'm talking about my uncle.
Oh, okay. I thought
so. So like, I don't know if they were actually on his band or if he like was the guy who brought him into the U.S. I'm not sure, but it rang very familiar.
They did Five Finger Death Punch?
I mean, it's a different band, but I'm sure they've toured together, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was early Avenged Sevenfold. off of Sound of the Trumpets, I believe is the name of that album that's off of.
That's got to be like 20 years old, right?
Something like that, yeah. And of course, Sinister Gates, the lead guitarist on that. All right. Next up, moving along here. Let's see here. Let me find my timestamp on this. Yeah, okay. So this is the thing I don't like about Amazon Music is that you can't just find your timestamp without starting it. You have to click the song first. Anyway, Spotify, get your shit together. Here we go. Thank you. Okay, that's the end of that. Okay. Have to keep checking my timestamps. Anyway, all right. Again, fellas, scores. You don't have to love it just because say whatever you have to say. And chat as well. What do we got for scores, folks? Okay, so Dan has heard it before. Dan, hold your guesses until scores are out if you have a guess.
Bless you.
3. DMC did not like that at all. Okay, fair enough. Well, Ben?
I'll go with the 6. It was very repetitive.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm kind of in that range. I hadn't nailed it down, but it's kind of. A lot of these are kind of in that same area. I haven't heard anybody yet that's like, wow.
I gotta say, I'm surprised. I almost want to play the first one again for you, Ben and Will, because that's to me almost the standout of the night, and both of you missed it, but that's okay.
We could always do it later.
I'll go 6-2. Sounds like some dime worship. Could be. I think once I say who it is, Dan, you're probably pretty spot on. 5 from Bauer. 5 from Gandy Road. Funny enough, Avenged Sevenfold were in a ton of video games, and yeah, that's true. All right, so everybody got their scores in. I feel like it. Ben, did you throw out a score?
I'm kind of in that 6 range.
Okay. Mark also at a 5. All right, so everybody just kind of saying average. Fair enough. Yeah. So that was Machine Head, Darkness Within, off of what is Locust is the album. And of course, the lead guitarist is Rob Flynn. So yeah, I mean, Rob is kind of said pretty publicly that he is a pretty big Dime fan and kind of just a student of metal in general. So I'd say a lot of people have influenced Rob. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. But I love that song probably more than I love the solo, but I just thought I'd throw it out there. Yeah, Darkness Within is probably, if it's not my favorite Machine Head song, it's got to be top 2. I saw Vinny play drums for Machine Head. Oh, freaking sweet, man. Yeah. Back in the day, the Abbott brothers. Yeah, man. All right. Let's see here. I'm out of order on my paper. What do we got next? Oh yeah. So again, finding timestamps. And again, unless you absolutely know the song, feel free to throw out guesses if you just feel like you know who it is, because that's always fun. All right. Let's get to my timestamp for this one, which is 3. One thing that's interesting, and I'm sure, Dan, you know this as a musician, most solos, because I had to timestamp them all so I would know where I need to be at. Most solos start around the 310 to 320 mark. It doesn't matter what band we're talking about. But it's somewhere around 310 to 320 in the song is where the solo starts. Fun fact. Anyway, next solo, here we go. All right. Solo done. Yeah, in conventional strong sure that's where they land after a couple verses and chorus. Yeah. Like there's so many. So on my time, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the 10 land in that time range between 310 and 320. Dan going 2. Dan did not like that at all. You guys are not a fan of the sweeps, it sounds like. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm going 3.5 on that one.
3.5 from Ben. Least like so far. That was off.
That's why I was doing the whole pixie dust thing. Like half of it was just pixie dust.
Okay, fair enough. They're getting worse, definitely. Okay, interesting. Didn't even sound like. All right, Dan really did not like it. Will, thoughts?
You know, I heard a couple times it sounded like he actually moved off the fret. I was wondering if it was maybe a fretless guitar, because it definitely sounded like there was a little bit of like off once or twice. I heard him like slip off. It sounded like.
Okay.
So I'm with Dan and Ben. Yeah. So the pixie dust thing, just running scales, just to me is not exciting. And I'm not sure about the key thing, because Spotify coming through StreamYard, coming through my speakers, I'm not going to trust it.
Definitely like on key, pitchy, on key, flat.
I'm going to hope to God his guitar tech had him in tune, but maybe not.
I'm curious to look up if it's fretless.
You would think that in studio that they would be, but nonetheless, I imagine once I announce who it is, then Dan's going to like just shit all over him. So that's Five Finger Death Punch, Inside Out. And I really threw this one in just to see how it would do. I don't even really necessarily like the solo so much. I was just curious. I just wanted to test the waters to see how it would go.
The waters are swirling.
Yeah, it's not going well. Yeah, that had definite Dick Lunds qualities.
One of the first things you do before you record anybody on guitar is you have them run through to make sure that they are in tune, because you don't want to stand there and wait with everybody standing around because some jackwagon walked in and couldn't get his guitar in tune before he decided to show up.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, like I said, this was just I threw this one there just for fun, just for me. This was just to see how the panel would take it. A swirling flush. Okay, fair enough. All right, what do we got next here? What's next in my
don't know, but
you're right, you don't. You guys do not know.
I'm hoping for better.
Yeah, I think certainly better. I mean, if you guys don't like this one, I don't know. Okay. Let's see here. Timestamp. This is a rather long one, but a good one.
That's what she said.
Yeah, indeed, she did say that. All right, there we go. We are at the timestamp. started, man. Don't make any faces yet.
Darkest
I think Ben just hates metal. That's yes, if you could, Dan, focus on the guitar. That's yeah, I think. Sorry, I was drinking whiskey and not paying attention to timestamps. Yes, okay, that's it. Sorry, folks. For those that didn't want the harsh vocals, we got a little bit there. First off, I want to talk about this. So, Dan, I'm not a drummer, not even a guitarist. Please explain to us laymen what made those drums sound like a bag of ass, in your words. But then we'll get back to the guitar part. So for those of us that aren't drummers, score on the guitar part solely, not the drum.
From the first few seconds, I thought it was a Bud Light Presents commercial from the drum intro. It was like Bud Light Presents.
Yeah, but again, not the drums. We're not scoring the drums.
No, I know. But after that, in the beginning, I was like, wait a minute, is this Aerosmith? And then it went away from that, but like it sounded that way. So it was like, it definitely had all kinds of weird vibes going in it, which is interesting. Different flows and.
Mm-hmm. So score. What do we got, guys? On clear again, just to be clear, on the guitar, not the bag of ass drums.
So Dan's saying they're fake drums.
Yeah, he is. But that's not where we're scoring. So back to the Five Finger Death Punch. So fun fact, that was not Jason Hook Woods. That's their new guitarist. What is his name? I wrote down. Andy James is the new guy for Five Finger Death Punch. Not that much matters because you guys hated it regardless. All right, so Gandy Rhodes liking that better than the last one. I agree as well. I too like it better than the last one. I like it better than a few of them I've played, actually.
What's your rating, Sean?
No, I'm not scoring them because I picked them, so that doesn't really seem much fair.
Still doesn't mean you can't have a score.
So of the ones that I've played tonight, I would say, well, no, I haven't played that yet, or that. Of what I've played so far, this would be third. Yeah. But I haven't played three of my favorites. So
I'll say it was a little interest. It had some interest to it as it kind of like changed intonation, tone, and technique. But I still didn't love it. I don't know, 6.
Okay.
I mean, none of these are like the greats, right?
Well, yes, but I mean, again, we're not doing the greatest guitar solos of all time. That's not what tonight is. Because those would, huh?
I'm so confused. Great guitar solos you may never have heard of.
Yes. So these aren't like top 40 hits guitar solos. That's not what these are. These are like B-side guitar solos, or from bands that maybe you're not familiar with. Okay, fair enough.
I'm going to say this, and y'all can hate on me all you want, but to some degree, it's a little unfair to yank a solo out of a song because you got a certain vibe going on by the time you get through the intro and the choruses and go through the verse a couple times. And you've kind of got this flow with the song, right? So then you yank out a solo, or you try to pull that out, and then we're stacking them up next to each other. But the whole vibe of the song, you know, the way it sits in the mix, the way it sits in with the drums, and the whole feel, it's to some degree a little. It brings a really harsh light to some of these, and maybe in the song itself, if you listen to the entire tune and not over StreamYard, I mean, actually listen to it with, you know, decent monitors or headphones to get that feel. Maybe it fits in better and it makes sense.
So, well, I agree, but so here was my thought going into this is why I did it is I wanted to put in some bands that I know get hated on a lot. That may have some decent solos, just to see how the panel would do without context. But that said, I agree to your point. I think that you kind of need it in the context of the song to have it make sense. Because, I mean, like I think of like music as like talking, you know, through sounds. So when you come into like it'd be like coming into a conversation in mid-sentence. So I agree with what you're saying. It's just that I was just trying to have a little fun and see you know, how people would do if they didn't know what the band was.
No, and the really cool thing would be to do the solo, and then I don't know, at some point later maybe go back and take the ratings from the solo, but then play the whole song and then say, okay, now, you know, because you're doing kind of a test market thing, right? So how do you feel about this piece of it? And then when it gets put into the larger perspective, okay, now what do you feel about the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, I could do that. The problem is some of these songs are obscenely long.
I know.
I mean, so the solo I just played, the whole song is 7.5 minutes long. So we could do that, but it'll make for a much longer night.
And maybe Dan will agree or disagree with me, but you know, guitar solos to some degree are almost obligatory. I mean, every song, you don't need a solo in every song. You don't. But the way things are done, and I think Dan kind of alluded to it earlier, you know, in the modern context of writing a song, intro, verse, chorus, you know, solo, and then go in and do the outro. There's kind of a formula there that most bands use to kind of come up with that because there's constraints on time, right? You know, nobody wants a 20-minute song. You know, and if you turned all these bands loose, that's what they'd come back with, 20-minute songs. No radio station wants to play a 20-minute song. Which is
unfortunate.
Unless they have to go to the bathroom or smoke a joint or do whatever they got to do, but whatever.
You know, I'm a thrash guy, so you know, if the song goes 8-10 minutes, I'm fine. Yeah, I mean, I would say that's for sure true, Dan. I think there's a lot of filler solos out there for sure. All right, so do we get any scores on the last one? I guess we got one. Bauer rated it. I guess we do. I guess we got a few. Did you and Will?
You guys I think I put it at 4.5.
I put it at 6.
Okay, all right. So Ben is just going 6 all night.
I'm going middle of the road until I hear something high or low.
All right. So now again, guys,
we definitely heard low.
I want to remind you, request hour is after this, and you have to play by the rules. These cannot be top 40 hit songs that have great solos. You have to find me a solo that none of us have heard of that's great. So
I got a whole list of Taylor Swift and Shakira already lined up. So get ready.
Cannot wait. I'm going to blow my brains out. Like listening to a Kerry King solo on its own sounds like an absolute dog shit. But although like I can't agree with that particular statement, Dan, because I'm not the biggest Slayer fan. I think you already know that, but I agree with the sentiment of that statement. Kind of like what Will already said. Yeah, I mean, I think that solos do better in the context, but I just thought it'd be fun to see how you guys take them without knowing what the band is.
Yeah, no. The only thing I want is for everybody to keep in mind the perspective. I mean, when you're judging the solo versus judging the entire song and putting in context, you know.
Yeah.
So some of these scores might seem kind of harsh, but you know, and I think Dan said it really good. You know, that very few pieces can actually stand on their own, right? You know, it is what it is, and it was written for a purpose, and it was written to make a kind of fit in the feel, like a jigsaw puzzle piece, right? So that you got to kind of take that into mind. So just because you're judging it on its own, just because it's not, like blowing your mind, that maybe wasn't the intention.
Yeah, I mean, like, I really appreciate guitar solos, maybe more than most people. I don't know where everybody's level is. But I mean, so I listen to a lot of, like guitar virtuoso guys, which is basically just it's just a guitar solo. Like the whole thing is a guitar solo. So
Gary Moore.
Yeah. Or Paul Gilbert, Buckethead, Satriani, Vi, that kind of stuff. I listen to a lot of that. So it doesn't bother me to just listen to guitar work.
Yeah, but that's Satriani.
Yeah, I know you like that one because he's famous and stuff. But I mean, honestly, I would take Paul Gilbert and Buckethead over Satriani pretty much all day, every day. But that's me. As far as stylistically, anyway. I mean, Satriani is a hell of a player. I don't want to take him away. He's just it's just his style is not my favorite. But anyway,
you want to hear my opinion, you want to hear guitar work, you don't go to metal, you go to blues.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of those we could have done. But
no, I know it's a different theme, but that's like the guitar work I enjoy. Like, I can get into some funky blues.
Well, funky blues are different than just blues. I'm more of like a actual blues guy. But anyway, back to what we're doing. All right, so another one, unannounced. Figure it out. I tell you, if anyone knows this song, can't use Shazam or any of that bullshit. If you know this song, I'll send you a bottle of whiskey. Yeah, because I promise you, like, there's no way anybody knows this. If you know this, you're cheating.
So best guess, get the bottle of Malort.
No, I'll send you a good bottle if you actually know this song. But I mean, no cheating, no Googles, no Shazams. Yeah, if you know this song, I would be thoroughly impressed. This is a live recording. This is one of those songs where, like, the whole song is a guitar solo. I'm not really sure to stop it, but you just kind of stop there. That seems like a good stopping point. Yeah, Petrucci. Yeah, he's fantastic too. Any guesses who that is?
No clue.
If you can just guess who the guitarist is, I'd be pretty impressed. I won't send you a bottle of whiskey, but I'd still be impressed. Any guesses, chat or panel?
I got nothing.
I mean, so I'll throw out a hint. It's how this channel started a decade ago. Actually, more than a decade ago.
Well, that tells you who the guitarist is.
Yeah.
If you know Sean at all.
Yeah. So this was not always Mash and Metal. So that is Buckethead playing with Praxis, which is Bootsy Collins' band. And that is Transmutation number 5, which they played in Zurich. Yeah, so that is the Bucket. Actually, I announced that before you guys scored it, so that's not fair. Anyway. Boar Bucket.
I'll give that one a solid 6.5.
Also, Jigs, welcome back, man. I thought you were hitting the bed, but cheers, buddy. Yeah, so I'm as anyone knows that knows the history of this channel, then you know I'm a Buckethead fan. Buckethead's the GOAT. I think DMC is being facetious here. Nonetheless, I always like Transmutation number 4 better. I can't sleep. I hear that, man. That's why I stay up way too late and drink whiskey, because I can never sleep. I just drink until my body says we can't do this anymore, and then I fall asleep. It's not the best method, but it works fairly well. Don't do crazy shit when you're young, people. Nonetheless, scores, everyone, even though you know who it is now, which is the thing we're not supposed to be doing, but nonetheless, thoughts, Will, and all those in chat.
I was there at 6.5 before you announced it. So,
okay, fair enough. I know there's a lot of, I guess, sweeping happening and fastness and stuff, but DMC going 5 on that. Okay. I am drinking a low-proof American single malt right now. Yeah. A little bit of the Revenant Oak, thanks to Mr. Great Shot. Tell you, man, Great Shot sends me all the stuff that I love. Like most of the bottles I talked about tonight, except for this one, which Mr. Jigs sent me. Thank you again, Jigs. Number 5. Did we lose our audience there? I know there's more people. 6.5, good bones there, but still gets a bit wonky. Okay. Fair enough, Dan. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Bucket. So, all right. Now this song, basically the whole song is the thing. So again, I'd be surprised if any of you, okay, Bauer saying best of the night. I like it, man. I'm kind of with you. So again, earlier I said that when you guys asked me to score, and I said that the Parkway Drive song, Darker Still, was my 3rd favorite of what I'd played. That's because I hadn't played that yet. So I love Transmutation number 5 quite a bit. It's like one of those songs I like just play when I'm working, when I just need something to listen to that's just kind of like chill for me. Yeah. Where the hell is my Texas Hermano? You know what? Where is Lou? Where is Lou these days? I know Lou hasn't. I knew Lou wasn't feeling well for a couple weeks. I don't know where he's been though. I was absent for 2 weeks, and then haven't seen him around much. Hopefully,
any of the channels.
Yeah. Hopefully you're well, Lou. If you're seeing this on the replay. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, all you Mash Metal people out there, I just want to throw it out there that we're probably not going to be doing any stuff on YouTube going forward because I've gotten so many strikes now that if I keep doing it, there's a pretty good chance that the channel will get like destroyed before I even get monetized. So going on YouTube is probably another thing I will keep doing, or else, yeah, it won't be a channel anymore. Because YouTube really doesn't like when you play stuff on YouTube if that makes any sense. So we're gonna stick to Amazon Music as much as I don't like it, but it is what it is. So if we can't find it on Amazon Music, we just won't be able to play it, which sucks. But yeah, that's the deal. Because yeah, like I said, YouTube really hates it when you play a YouTube video and share it on YouTube. They just really don't like it. So yeah, so it's a good way to get your channel destroyed. All right, moving along. Where are we at here? All right, so again, this is another one, I bet I'd be really curious to see if anyone can guess who this is. So this is more in the thrash metal vein, but like a cool, very short song, and I cannot wait to tell you guys the name of it because it's one of my favorite names of any song ever. But here we go. All right, that's it. And it's done now. Who can guess that band?
I can't guess the band, but I could guess that it's possibly in the soundtrack for one of the Tony Hawk games.
You know, it may have been actually.
It was very like skater rocky metally.
Yeah. So, but it reminds me of like early Metallica, just that aggressive thrash, which I love.
Yeah, it's kind of got that vibe.
Is that
Yo, what
Dragon
up, shit?
It is not Dragon Force. Also, cheers, Adam. What's up, brother?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good, man. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, any last guesses, chat, or anybody on panel want to guess who that was?
I missed it.
Is
I
Dan
don't
right
know
or wrong?
exactly who that was, but that had such an Iron Maiden feel to it with that gallop and then the twin guitars.
Yeah, I mean, definitely like early metal vibes for sure, but it's not. It's not at all. First off, I'm not gonna say who yet, but scores first, gentlemen, and then I'll say who it is. Who we got? And it fell silent.
6.5.
Okay, 6.5. I'm gonna guess that Ben's gonna go with a 6 because that's where he's been all night.
I'm going 7 actually, just because I felt like I could play video game. Because I could play. I felt like I was playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
There you go. DMC
take
like
that back,
7.5. You did have a maiden
Like
feel.
I could vibe with it a little bit, you know.
Yeah. Hey, Dan also didn't hate it. 6.75. All right.
Dan getting granulars. He's going out multiple decimal places.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna run it out like pie here in a second. Just
Yeah, I
Bauer-
could have given that 5-finger death punch pie. I could have done that. Just for the 3.5.
Bauer going 5.5. Not a big fan. Okay, fair enough. Who else we got that needs to throw a score out? Anyway, so I bet you guys will never guess who this is. This was Sum 41. Anybody remember them?
Wow, that's definitely a little Tony Hawkish.
Yeah, Sum 41, this is off their first album, I believe. But the best part about this song, even better than the song itself, the name of the song is Grab the Devil by the Horns and Fuck Him Up the Ass, which is the greatest song for a name for a song ever. Yeah, it's fantastic. Is that the album? Let me double check, Dan. I feel like that's right. 1 second.
Sean says he takes his score back. 2.4.
Hey, Grab the Devil by the Horns and fuck him up the ass is the greatest name for a song ever.
Very metal.
Yeah. Let's see here. What is the name of this freaking album? I hate Amazon Music so damn much. How do I get to the goddamn albums? No, so that's off Half an Hour of Power, is the name of the album, which I believe is their first. Came out in 2000. Yeah, and pretty much not like anything that they did. Really, I mean, I can't think of any other song that's as aggressive as that. But yeah, I take it back 2.4. What's up, Sean? Elder Sean. Hey, hop on here, man, and let's talk metal and rock and whiskey and stuff. Their 80s metal, yeah, for sure. That also is the name of a stag pick. Just saying.
Half hour of power.
Yeah, that's probably what he was referring to, and probably not the other thing. Pain for Pleasure is the name of their 80s joke band. Are we talking about Sum 41 or? I feel like that's not right. Anyway, all right, moving along back to the music here. Playlist. Where am I at now? We're almost there, folks. And then we're going to get to requests. I have 2 more. I hate that I have to start playing it first, but let's see here. Where's my timestamp? This is a long as shit song, so there's no way I could play this in context like we were referring to earlier, because the song itself is 8.5 minutes long. But I do really like this guitar solo, and I bet this is another one that you guys will never guess who it is. But feel free to try. I'm going to go pee while you do it. Okay. Solo done. And peeing done. Both things done.
I don't know who it was, but I think they found the G spot.
Oh, yeah? Are you saying you like that, Adam? Or
It just worked its way up at the end there, and I think you found it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, man. I like it as well. Any guesses as to who it is? Jig saying Steve Vai, potentially.
No clue.
No?
Nope.
It's nice, but not exceptional for me. Okay, Woods. All right, fair enough.
Can you give us a hint?
It's a metal band. They're a modern metal band. They're in the thrash and power metal genre. And they're also from Spain.
I have no guess, but I'll go 7.5.
Okay, fair enough. Scores, Ben and Adam.
I'll go 5.5. 5.5.
Okay. I thought the G spot thing was going to get higher points than that, but okay.
See if I was a chick.
All right, so Dan's saying best of the night so far. Okay.
Jeez. I would have had some low scores if I would have heard the rest. I missed that.
I mean, Dan has basically hated everything I played so far. So, DMC 6. Okay.
I'll give it 6.5.
6. Oh, Ben came up a half a point. I like it.
I'll give you 6.5143. There you go.
Fair enough. Yeah, you got pie it out.
314.
And Bauer going 6 as well.
You never get a text with 143?
143.
8675309. Anyway, so that is
Am I the only one old enough to have had a beeper?
No. I haven't.
I don't know what
I don't remember all the codes.
Bag phone and beeper. The only way to live.
Dan is rating the drums, just saying. It feels that way. Well, you have to figure if you're grading on the scale of solos ever, anything 7 or above. Yeah, that's fair. Now, I guess in the context of that's true, Dan. Yeah, of all solos ever, then the 7 is pretty solid. Yeah, there you go. All right. Anyway, so this is a band called Angelus Apatrada from Spain, and the song is called "To Whom It May Concern," which is a song about suicide.
Yep.
The guitarist is David Alvarez. Yeah, but
never would have guessed.
It looks like
they're pretty solid. I got to say, thanks to I always forget his channel name. It's like Headbangers and Hard Rock Television.
Right.
Sam. He introduced me to them about 2 months ago, and yeah.
See what I had.
I had a problem with the car. Not, I would have.
Right, the sound like a bag of ass thing. All right, last song of mine. Am I right on saying that? Yeah. Okay, last song of mine, and then we can move on to the requests. Did I not pause? I did not pause. There we go. I bet my life that Dan is going to shit on these drums so hard, but that's not really what we're talking about.
Is it Lars?
The thing is, this is not a solo, but it's just a part of this song that I really like. Well, I mean, it is a solo, but well, you'll see. Did I not timestamp this?
Probably not.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. It just took me a while to find it. The reason why I know Dan's going to shit on it is because he knows he's going to know who it is immediately, and then he's going to just get it. He's going to shit on it so hard. Also, don't care.
Alexa, tell me to do the thing on the fan. Oh boy.
So Ben's dying. That's how much he liked it. I'm assuming that was a fart that happened in your place. He is saying astronomy. That is a fact, Dan. That's actually the name of the song as well. So your cousin farted, I take it. Good stuff. Anyway, back to the song though. Thoughts, guys? I will say my one gripe is that I wish that there was not vocals over it. But I still really appreciate that guitar work at the end of that song.
Yeah, at the end it got better for sure.
But thoughts, go ahead.
Not great.
Okay, fair. I expected this to be the lowest rated of the night. I just threw it in just for fun because I love messing with you guys. That's mailed in. See, I knew it was coming. Like I said, this one was just for fun. I had to just find one that I knew was kind of off the wall that would piss off everybody, and I think I did my job well. Go ahead, fellas. So score it as harshly as you want. Why is Ben?
I couldn't pay attention. My eyes were watering.
That doesn't affect your ears, but continue.
I couldn't. I can't give you a rating. I was
3.1.
busy trying not to breathe. Mark, the reason is this guy right here. That's the reason.
Why would you come downstairs and do it? Is I guess my question.
Well, that's the revenge for him doing it to me and then locking the windows in the car for the ride back.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, yeah.
So he did it to me, so he got the revenge.
That's fair.
Weaponized gastronomy. Yeah,
that's a good band name.
Yeah. Yeah, so for those of you that didn't already know, that was Metallica Astronomy off of Garage.
Bottles that are racked around you.
Your cousin's fart was better than that solo.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, fair enough. Which doesn't surprise. Jigs also hates Metallica, so like I said, I have to throw Metallica in there at least once a week just to continue to piss you guys off. So, yeah, it's if you guys should expect it at this point. Anyway, now we're done with that.
I'm with Dan. I'll go a 2.5 on that one. That felt to me like something where all the band members came in separately, recorded their parts, and then left. Never saw each other in the studio.
That's completely possible.
I take my own life water. I knock myself over.
Anyway, all right. So that's my stuff done. Now we're on to your guys' stuff, but which, by the way, we're still going to rate. So you guys better bring it. Now, again, the theme of the night is guitar solos you should know, but maybe you don't. So these are not like top 40 guitar solos. These are like your B-sides, lesser-known bands. You don't have to go super obscure, but they need to be things that haven't been played on the radio 1,000 times.
Timestamps?
Yeah, or roughly. I mean, as I mentioned early in the stream tonight,
310 to 320.
Yeah, 310 to 320 tends to be the spot where most solos happen.
I'm gonna go with the one I gave you the other night, but let's hear some others first.
Hey, real quick. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to check out. We had a dog. She had to have part of her foot amputated for cancer.
Oh man!
So I got to go take care of her, and then we're going to a fundraiser tomorrow called Boots and Bourbon. And it looks like there's going to be several distilleries there, so I'm looking forward to that. But I'm going to have to call them.
Time, man.
Cool, man. Yeah. Well, thank you, Will, for popping in, man.
Give the pooch some pets from us.
Yeah, and
See you, Will Hall. Cheers,
one
buddy.
more time, Ben. Ben with.
Oh, I said give the pooch some pets from us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
she's stoned out of her mind right now, so it's all good. But once they start wearing off, it becomes a different story.
Yeah,
so.
give the puppy a hug, man. That always sucks when the dog's going through something.
Yeah, but they're having a big. I don't know if anybody in my area here in north central Indiana, their Meals on Wheels is doing a big fundraiser tomorrow called Boots and Bourbon. So we're going down to that. We're meeting up with Chris Jenkins. I think he's been around. You've seen him.
Yeah.
Anytime. He's going to be down there. maybe a couple other people.
Yeah,
So
tell him I said to his cousin Leroy, what's up?
all right.
Every time I see Chris in the chat, I just go, "How's your cousin Leroy?"
All right, I will. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night, man.
Thanks.
Cheers.
All right, so DMC with the first request. He beat you guys to it. Where are we at here? Ace Freely, Shock Me from Alive 2. Wait, so is this Kiss or is it Ace Freely solo? Anyway, I will continue typing and see what happens.
I got one. It's not really a solo, but it's pretty awesome.
So low we can't hear you.
Hello? Hello?
Is this Kiss DMC? I guess it is.
What's the best way to do this, Sean? You want me to just message you the song?
All right.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, actually, because I don't have my phone. Unless you do it through Facebook.
I don't have Facebook.
Fair enough. I shouldn't, but I do. Shock Me from Alive 2. It's very specific. There's so many Shock Me's, David. Like so many. There's like, I'm looking at 24. Alive.
You want to play mine while you're looking?
Well, I already got this pulled up. I'm just trying to figure out which one is the one that David is referring to. I got live in Donington. I got live at the Forum in Los Angeles. I got live in Veterans Memorial, and I got live at the Forum in Los Angeles, which is the same as the other thing, but none of them say Alive 2. Clarification, David? Hey, Z-Man.
Z-Man?
Los Angeles. Okay. All right, here we go. So one of the two, I hope I'm picking the right Los Angeles live. We'll see.
We got a little surprise for you tonight.
All right, right. I'm doing solo.
Turn the microphone over to Ace.
Okay, so we need to go to the was it 210? Is that what you said?
204.
204. So this is earlier than the 310 mark. So good on them. Okay. Thoughts, everyone? I'll go last.
It's good. I liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
Okay, but we need a score.
I mean, I was sitting there thinking the whole time, this is off of the album Gene Simmons is a Dick, Volume 37, but
Give me a 7.6.
Okay. Ben, score. And also, everyone in chat, drop the scores.
6 3/4.
Okay. I've nearly the same as Dan. 6.8. Ace rules. Okay. Yeah, that's about where I was going to say 6.5.
6
so,
or 7 is not a bad rating because it's got, there's a lot of room under that.
That's fair. Yeah, I was at a 6.5. So
okay.
And Bauer as well. Yeah, it's good. It's cool. It didn't. I will say one thing. It didn't make me feel anything. It
I'll
was
make you feel something.
that you're not kidding. But yeah, it was good. Tons of charities are BS, but Meals on Wheels, yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Oh, actually, so we'll get to that in just a second, Dan. Adam already has a thing already easy for me to click on. So wait a second, though, Adam. I'll have to throw this on the Amazon Music, because if I play it on YouTube, then things will get bad. Yeah. So I know you weren't here when I said that, but I'm no longer playing things on YouTube because YouTube is just bound and determined to destroy my channel before it even gets monetized. Because I keep doing that, and they really don't like it. They really don't like when I play things on YouTube. So
It's like a double negative.
yeah. Seems like I'm playing their shit, but they don't like it. Seems like a win-win for them, but they're not a fan.
So it's just like the first minute of this song. So from the very beginning,
Okay,
a minute in, so it's easy.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I'm familiar with this song, so I just gotta find it. There we go. I don't know how obscure this is, but I'll give it to you.
I totally read what was on screen quickly, and I thought it said "Welcome to Guitar Center."
That's where they make solos, bro. Hell yeah, Dan. Hey, we can't hear anything. Sean, did you play it? Are you playing it?
Oh, you can't hear?
Nope.
We can't hear it. You got really quiet though, so I thought maybe you could hear it.
I definitely could. The reason why is because when I clicked on your thing, that changed the thing I was sharing. I just realized.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, let's try again. I was enjoying it. Yeah, I mean, I know this song pretty well, so yeah, it's good. Let's start over. If I can get it to not do that. There we go. Stay there. And that's my favorite part of Coheed and Cambria, because I can't stand his voice. But
ironically, Ben looks a little bit like him, the lead singer.
That's true. He does. Yeah. Although I don't mind Ben's voice, for the record. But
also Adriana with her hair kind of looks like him.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, I love the guitar work in Coheed and Cambria. Don't love.
Unlike you, I do enjoy his vocals because they are kind of off the wall compared to most vocalists. But I like that.
This is Coheed. Indeed, it is. All right. So Dan is requesting the solos at the end for a bit. Okay. Fair enough. I don't know where they start exactly. since there's vocals over it now. I would agree, but I don't know if it's obscure. I mean, like that song was popular as shit. What was it?
Yeah, it was a pretty mainstream song for sure.
But we'll let it slide. Yeah, I mean, like I could just pull out some like old school like thrash hits if we just want to like win the night. But yeah, I mean, I think that I guess underappreciated maybe as a band, Coheed and Cambria. But like I said, I love their guitar work. I just never been a huge fan of like I just kind of tolerate the vocals to enjoy the guitar. But excellent guitar work. Really on that whole album is pretty great. But yeah. Anyway. And high scores throughout, yeah, are all in the 8s there. Except for Bauer, not as big a fan, but still 7.2 is solid. Ben, thoughts on the Coheed and Cambria?
7.5.
Okay, 7.5. All right, that's pretty high for Ben. All right, where were we at? Dan had Dinosaur Jr. There we are. All right, let's get to it. Yeah, Dinosaur Jr. is a band I'm sort of familiar with, but I've only heard a few songs. I don't know if I've heard this song. So I would say this falls into the obscure out there. And is there a not? Do you want the live or non-live, Dan? You want studio or live? Okay, perfect. I'm in then. Not live. Okay. There's a bunch of live versions. So nope. Now let's get to the timestamp, which is 2:30. Oh, yeah. Okay. Long solo. I like it. 2:30 right here. Okay, here we go.
I know you're out there. You're still a case. It's still the place
I do play on
you
it.
invited. It's what you can't spare. Whatever's left.
Wait, is this? Oh no, I see what I did. Okay. Out there is also the album name? No.
Hey, butthead. This song sucks.
Can't you be? I know you're out there.
No, okay. I feel like I'm picking the right song. Is this not right? That version is weird or something. That's not the solo. Go farther. Okay.
Keep them coming that way. So keep them coming that way.
Feels like solo territory.
I know you think the game is just a trick. Maybe I'll change. Just tell me what's the song.
This is the right song, though, right, man? Here we go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that. Once I found it, yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Thoughts, everyone?
Yeah, I liked it. Kind of listening to it, it seemed like it would build up and go in a direction I like, and then it would kind of taper off, but then it'd get right back into something I like. So I think I'll give it a decent score for what it was.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Because that was new to me. So cool. I'm gonna go. I'll go 7.7555. Just for all the decimals. Ben, what do you got, man?
I'll give it a hard 7.
Hey, that's the same score. All right, I like it, Dan.
I'll go a 6.6.
All right, cool, man.
At least go 6.66. I mean, if you can do it.
Hell no.
Ben, we already talked about this earlier. If you have to grab the devil by the horns and fuck him up the ass. That's the only.
Hey, man, you're into the butt stuff. What can I say?
Well, it's really more just about fucking the devil. But yeah. All right, where were we at request wise? Okay, that's Kiss stuff. All right, yeah. So Jigs threw out one here. Sabbath or Pink Floyd, but Sabbath Master of Insanity. Okay, Master of Reality, I think is what he meant. Yeah. Is Master of Insanity a song? I feel like that's not a song. I like how it says Master of Reality CD on Amazon Music. Is Master of Insanity a song? Maybe I'm wrong. Master of Insanity. Oh, I'm wrong. Oh, this is a more modern Sabbath song. Okay. No timestamp, so I'll just have to figure it out. But
hey, Sean, what song?
What's that?
Sorry, I was just curious what song the Parkway Drive solo you played earlier was from.
Oh, that's right. So it was Darker Still off their new album.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we're around the 3:10 mark, so I imagine a solo is coming. Let's see.
You've got to hold on, open your eyes, behind the light, reality, under the behind the light,
Hello.
Slow build up.
behind the light, you will see the master of.
Okay, so that was Jig's request there. Master of
Short.
Insanity.
Too short, man. I wanted more.
Yeah, it is kind of a short solo, but I liked it though.
I did like it. So this is kind of be a little mainstream too, though, right?
Well, I mean, I don't think this song was ever played on the radio.
No.
In fact, I don't think much off this album was played on the radio, I mean, really, not much of any Dio Sabbath was played mainstream a lot.
At the time, but it became more mainstream.
Yeah, but I mean, I think if I just played the solo and you guys had no other context, I doubt anybody would guess what song this was
Until we heard the voice.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I heard Dio sing, I knew what it was. But, yeah, what album is this even?
Yeah, I like the solo. I just thought it was too short. I couldn't really.
Yeah, it is kind of short. I did like it. Yeah, so the Rules of Hell is the album, which I'm not really familiar with that album. I mean, I just like anything that late in Sabbath's catalog, I'm just not real familiar with. This was 2008. So this must have been not real. When did Dio die? Like 2011, 12, something like that. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So one of the latter albums that Dio put out. But yeah. Yeah, it was good. I guess if I had to score it, I wish it was longer. Like, I don't know, 6.5, 7, somewhere in that range. Like I liked what was there. I just wish there was more of it. Yeah, can't do the video, Bauer, as much as I'd like to. Although I might be able to get away with that. I don't know. I don't know, like if he's on a record label that will screw us or not. I do know though that I can't get any more strikes on my channel, or I do know that. And the best way to get a strike is by playing stuff from YouTube on YouTube. So I wonder if he is. I realize that the video is better, but I feel like oh yeah. Oh well, we gotta get to Ben's first. So let's see if this Alex Russo is on Amazon Music. They are expanding their catalog, but it's not great. See how we do here. Okay, he is here. Now this song though, let's see. That's not the guy.
No, because you didn't type the name.
What?
You have to put in DE. You have to put
Oh, yeah, okay.
And you spelled it wrong. It's ROSSO, not RUSSO.
Oh, no one said I was a good speller, Ben.
Yeah, I don't. 2 words, 3 words, sorry. And it's ROSSO again.
Okay.
Yeah, just you could copy and paste it.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that. All right, what's the thing? Here, so I have to keep switching back.
For the name now.
What's the name? Just I'm on the other screen. What's the name of the song?
Kick in the Bucket. But just see if anything comes up.
Or just on his name, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Let's see what he has for songs. Yeah. Okay. Kick in the Bucket. There we go.
There you go.
That wasn't too bad. Any idea where the solo is here?
Like right off the rip.
Okay.
The whole song.
Could be shorter.
It's a whole song.
Well, I mean, this is guitar
That's what she-
virtuoso stuff. I mean, that's the thing.
She's
Like,
Tell me this guy doesn't wail.
well, I mean, so Ben, you're kind of cheating. I mean, in fairness, I did earlier with Buckethead, but I mean, like we could do all the Paul Gilberts and Satriani's.
Yeah,
and
but he's
Vibes
one
and-
he's one nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah, fair. But I mean, like,
You couldn't even spell his name.
that's fair. Yeah, no, it was cool.
Have you heard a guy wail that hard who you've never heard of?
Well, yeah. I find them all the time on YouTube, but that's not really the point. But yeah, I mean, like he's a little bit. I mean, well, actually, everybody else score, and then I'll say the thing.
Well, you got to remember that I don't know where to call the solo in that song. That's just the song I know wails from start to finish.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's cool.
It's long. It's long.
Yeah, I mean,
I will say though, it structured. Like there's structure
Well,
throughout.
it was supposed to be. It's a whole
Yeah,
song. Yeah,
Just everything transitions to something else. Like there's no dead points, and that's what I like in that one.
Imagine what his hand feels like after playing that.
well, I don't think you've ever heard Soothsayer by Buckethead, which is like 8 minutes long. But yeah,
No, I'm just saying in general, anybody who's wails like that constantly.
or like some of the Pikes from Buckethead, which are like 15 minutes long. Anyway,
we get it. You would fillet Buckethead extensively.
I mean, he's a giant person. It would be difficult. He's the GOAT, man. Anyway, so 7.3 from Bauer. Z-Man 8.8.
On his air guitar.
Dan giving it a 6. Dude has nice tone, says Bauer. 7.7 from Adam. Overstayed its welcome. Okay, fair enough, Dan. 6.
Well, like I said, it was a song, not a solo. But whatever.
That's
It was just what
that is
came
true.
to me.
Well, you know what? I don't want to hear it, Ben. I don't want to hear excuses because you were bitching about my shit earlier. That there was drums and other things. So,
Yeah, well, that's why I threw you a whole song.
Big Sur Moon is cool too. The old tube amp sound. Yeah. Jethro Tull has some good flute solos.
I mean, he's not wrong.
So I guess my only gripe with that, not that I mean he's a great guitar player. It's a little bit too glam metal-esque for me. Like when you told me when we were backstage Wednesday that he played for Dokken after I had already said my comment about it being a little too glam, I was like, that makes total sense.
Well, that's his era. That's when he's from. Yeah.
And and that's fine. Like I bet Todd and Andy would love the shit.
Todd and Andy probably have no idea who he is, but would just get a giant raging boner.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I don't like hate it. It's just it's not my favorite style of guitar, but it's cool.
for me, it's just somebody skilled that most people don't know about.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely obscure. I can't give you shit on that one. Where are we at here? I feel like there was another request I needed to get to.
Come to Butthead.
There's no guitar solo there, and it's a mediocre song.
There should be a guitar solo. It would make it
That's true. It would make it better. Where are we at here? Guitar solos. Am I caught up? I guess did I miss somebody's? I feel like I've missed
How many
somebody.
people are still here?
7 actually. Yeah, surprisingly, you guys like watching this. I appreciate that. It was very bedroomy. All program instruments except for the guitar. Still good playing. Yeah. Yeah. I guess real quick, I'm going to go back to it for a second here. Where's the riff? I don't love this riff. Kind of generic. I like the runs and stuff. And then later he does the same riff. Where is it? Somewhere here. Like this. This just feels like very 80s generic riffage here. I mean, and it's fine. I like the rest of the song much better than the riff. The riff, it seems generic to me, but the rest of it is much more interesting. But yeah, it's as Adam pointed out, it is structured. You got a riff, you got various solos there. Yeah, it feels like a song. That said, we get to play the whole song, so it gave it context, which is kind of unfair to the other things we played. But nonetheless, what else we got, folks? Surely other people have obscure solos, or else I'm just going to start playing Buckethead and you guys can all fuck off. Come on, Dan. You certainly.
The problem is I don't really think about isolating solos. Other than like a couple of the greats.
That's the thing. It's all like mainstream that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Well, then, if that's the case, if no one else has any, actually, since this is sort of a request, although he didn't straight out say it, I will play Big Sur Moon by Buckethead, because why not? Because the bucket is the goat.
So does anybody actually know who the dude is? Has he ever not played with the fucking bucket on his head?
His name is Brian. What's his last name? It's Brian something.
Kilco Whiskey Musings?
No, definitely not that guy. Kilco is very short. Bucket is like 6'6". He's a giant person.
So it's Tim Evans. Got it.
Except for his name's wrong. Right, there we go.
Yeah, I had no idea Tim Evans was a giant human.
Here we go. Big Moon. Yeah, I mean, so what is this called? The thing that keeps Peter's sister, right? Stand up. Which is interesting, but I don't think it's his best. It's cool though. You know, the thing is, when I played a Buckethead song earlier, I played an obscure Buckethead song like you guys would know, like non-obscure Buckethead songs.
The only Buckethead I know is when he played with Guns N' Roses. That was my only knowing of him at all.
That's like the worst of Buckethead.
Yeah, well,
I've never listened to that album ever. What is it? Chinese Democracy or
yes, it's
right?
horrendous.
Yeah. And the reason it sucks is because freaking Axl's douchebag ass wouldn't let Bucket do what he does best. Which
So
is
do you
why,
think Buckethead's better than Slash?
you mean technically? Yeah. It's not even close.
Really?
Oh yeah. Bucket could play circles around Slash. Like if it was like a competition of who could outplay the other person, Bucket would freaking wreck him. Like he would just pound him into the ground. But now, if you're talking about, that's a different thing than being able to write a riff that is memorable, I guess. Like Slash is amazing at writing riffs that people, remember and love. Which is like a different skill than being very technically proficient. So,
True.
Yeah. So yeah, basically Dan's saying.
Fact is, they're both talented musicians.
Yeah, I mean, basically Dan is saying the same thing that I was just saying. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like if you like gave them two very hard pieces of music to play, Buckethead will just freaking destroy. And I don't know that Slash is quite on that level, but Slash, yeah, like Dan said, is a better songwriter. Yeah. But technically, Buckethead is, like up there with the best. Like he's ridiculous. I mean, if you ever see him play live, like it's insanity. Like it doesn't even make sense what he's doing.
I said, my only introduction to him was his GNR time.
Yeah.
Which was just confusing as shit.
All right, so Dan's got one. Queens of the Stone Age, Smooth Sailing.
Wow, when was the last time you thought of them?
I actually quite like Queens of the Stone Age.
I'm not against them. I just haven't thought of them.
I can type. I got this. Come on. Two things. All right. All right, timestamp.
I don't really like this batch.
What you drinking there, Ben?
I'm revisiting B521. Just because
I
I reached down and that's what I pulled.
That was a minute ago.
I got the B523 and I actually like it quite a bit.
I'm trying to remember 21. It was either 21 or 22 that I did like. I can't remember which it was.
Well, I'm not enjoying it off of the other, I think, sweeter things I've been drinking this evening.
Stop drinking wine coolers, Ben.
The thing before this was a 13-year Bull Run American whiskey.
The finished one you gave me?
No, a different one.
Oh, okay. Anyway, here we go. Smooth Sailing by Queens of the Stone Age. Solo, here we go.
The molehill is you with
That is.
I blow my load over the status quo. Here we go. This is gonna be God only knows. So mind your behavior. Follow prescriptions of your.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, so it's they're utilizing the kill switch, very Bucket-esque there.
Are we
Yeah.
shut down?
Huh?
Are we still live?
I think so. Why? What happened?
Oh, when you said that, that's what I thought you were saying.
No, no. The kill switch it's a button on a guitar that like makes it sound like that.
Mm.
Like you're actually cutting into the notes to where like you don't hear the. Buckethead does it all the time. Like
The
he has.
whammy bar?
What's that?
The whammy bar?
No. Here I will share a picture of Buckethead's guitar. Like if you see him do it live, he's like just tapping the kill switch, and so like it makes it sound.
Oh, so like it cuts the feed a little bit, like.
Yeah, exactly. Right. None of these pictures are great. Yeah, so Tom Morello is another one that does it sometimes, but they're not. Okay, here we go. I think this is actually Bucket's guitar.
Yeah, volume kill. So if you don't have a nice guitar, you just hit the fucking volume.
Let's see here. Present. I hate to have to stop to go to a different thing on StreamYard, but anyway. So this thing. So this red button right here. That's it. This one has two. There's one up top as well, so I guess you can whatever. But yeah, so it just like kills the. Yeah, that's fair, Dan. I think he's the first one I ever saw do it. I'm not. I'm sharing it's tiny. I just realized. Okay, let's do that. That's still not better. I had. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Okay. It's difficult.
What is it? Like,
no, because when I click on the main picture, then it goes to a different tab. There we go. All right. So yeah, these red buttons, those are the kill switches. So
yeah, that's not normal.
Yeah, so like when he hits that, it actually kills the sound to the guitar very temporarily. So well here, I'll find a Buckethead song that actually happens in. Because he does it a ton, but like it gives it a very unique sound. There's not and like they in that well here I'll redo this solo in Queens of Stone Age. I mean you can hear it.
I can make
snap,
a unique
snap
sound.
junk removal. You said that's B Bauer.
Yeah.
So like
I can make a unique sound too.
Instead of just like a whammy bar or even like the bridge extending, just like the like
Actually,
instead of that, it just literally kills it. Just like.
Do you know the unique sound I can make?
What?
Yeah, there you go, Jordan. Yeah, exactly. Jordan is a perfect example of that.
Is it the most annoying sound in the world?
No. I mean, what Ben is about to do might be.
Hey, when you're taking a piss, Ben, you can make some really unique sounds.
That's true. Why is that not coming through?
Your mic isn't spiking.
So yeah, it sounds like choppy. So he's like tapping with one hand, and then with the other hand, he's in the kill.
Can you hear it, Ben? I don't hear it.
Weird.
Oh God damn it!
How about now?
1 second. Yeah, let's start over. Freaking hate it. Here we go. Now you hear it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so with the one hand he's tapping, and with the other hand he's hitting the kill switch. So
He's like tapping it fast. Huh?
oh yeah, like this song live looks insane. So there, I believe he's actually doing whammy bar as yeah, he's the freaking goat, man. Anyway, let's get.
We figured out who you got your man crush on tonight, Sean, for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, I started a whole channel. Oh, yeah, wow, yeah, I'm sorry. Listen to the musician, not me.
Yeah, they got pedals that do the same thing, right? Like you just.
Sean will go deep on that hog.
I mean, you know, I don't know what he looks like. I don't know how attractive he is, but no, I mean, honestly, like it's just like as far as appreciating musicians, I really do think that the Bucket is one of a kind. He's put out like a bajillion albums, like not a joke. There's so many damn albums. He puts out like an album every month. Not so much recently because he's getting older, but yeah, he has so many freaking albums.
That's news to me. Apparently, there's a core fan base that keeps up and buys all of his new shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many albums he has, but it's a lot. No, I've never bought a Buckethead album. I just listen to them all on streaming services. But I mean, I did start this channel as a solo. It was just Buckethead stuff. So like, if you look at my very early videos, it's all Buckethead. It was like, I don't know, 13 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, Dan, I don't know if he could do that just like with his palm or with his while he's also strumming like the high parts. Like that seems like a lot.
I will find a live version of Jordan and I'll play it very briefly. The good thing about Buckethead is that you typically don't get copyright strikes when you play his stuff. Because he's not on any major labels. So it's usually safe to play Buckethead. Jordan is a pretty well-known song. I don't remember what label he was with then. So we'll see.
Buckethead's just all instrumental. Like there's no vocals, no.
Not entirely, for the most part, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so this is not a great shot. This is a closer up. I'm trying to find one where the camera is real close.
Fucking fruit flies.
Here we go. Okay.
It's those sweet farts, Ben.
Is that not coming through?
What are you talking about? We can't hear nothing, dude. You keep saying
You don't hear this.
That's your sound machine, Ben.
Yeah, is it working?
Yes.
Adam says he can't hear it.
I could barely hear it.
Really?
Okay. Now, let's get
to crank the volume on that shit.
I can hear it. I mean, it's fart noises.
That's weird. Because most people say it's super loud.
Now you will get to hear the Bucket.
It's probably louder on your stream than
Oh, what the heck? Who is the camera person? So they're not focusing. Oh, there's a person head there. But so his right hand is tapping the.
Oh, dude, I think he is doing the kill switch with his finger, and he's all of the harmonic or.
So see, with his right hand is where he's.
Yeah, everything that's coming sound wise, he's not strumming at all. He's just doing all that with his fingers on the string.
Yeah.
So he's just jamming the kill switch with his strumming hand.
I mean, look at that shit though. Like. That's fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Dude, like.
And honestly, this isn't even like. I mean, Jordan is cool, but it's not as fast as blank. There's other songs that are just like mind-bending from the past.
It is a pretty cool effect, though. I do like it because it doesn't seem like it interrupts like the high parts so much. It's like just the, I don't know, like the way he times it seems like he does it pretty good.
Yeah, man. Freaking bucket. Oh, I just realized has it been this small screen this whole time? I'm watching it on YouTube, and you guys ain't even seeing this shit.
Yeah, I had to squint. Is that even his natural hair? Do we know?
No. He doesn't have long hair, but that's not his hair. So see, now you can see with his right hand, he's just like...
Yeah, he's just jamming it, dude. Giving it the old wife pleaser. Dude, does he have 6 fingers?
It looks that way, but no. He does have giant hands, though. I mean, he's a huge person in general. So,
dude, he's super slim too.
Yeah.
Just like long arms, skinny. Oh, he just dropped his pick.
Doesn't need it anymore.
He's probably got more on the backside there or something.
Oh yeah, man. The fucking goat right there. The goat playing a song about the goat. How about that? That's a...
Is it louder now?
No.
Can't hear it at all now, so no.
Really?
You ruined it, Ben. You ruined your fart noises.
Apparently.
Anyway, I mean, I could play Bucket all night, but I feel like nobody's going to stay for that. So, last request. We're going to wrap up here, and I'm going to go get some sleep. But anything doesn't have to be the theme of the night. Just a song you want to hear. Adam and Ben, you're up first because you're on panel. So, any song doesn't matter. Whatever you want to hear, let's hear it.
Say me or Ben?
Well, Ben's playing with fart noises, so go ahead, Adam.
Did it work that time?
It did, but that's not what we're here for.
I'm fixing things.
What does Adam want to hear? Heard that.
Question. I don't know. You got us wiped out there.
Adam's thinking hard.
I was trying to. So earlier, I was looking at like Def Leppard stuff because I really do like me some Def Leppard. I'm just trying to think of a good solo.
Okay.
From the Def Leppard.
I'm partial to a particular album, but I won't sway you.
About Photograph? That's got a good solo in it, right?
Yeah. Is that Pyromania or is that Hysteria? Yeah, Photographs is Pyromania. Okay. Here we go. I'll just let the whole thing play. gonna go piss.
Speaking of chicken walk,
I'm out of love. Got a photograph, picture of Russell Killer. You're too much. You're the only one I wanna touch. I see your face every time I dream. On every page, every magazine. So I'll
don't be farting over my song. You got anybody watching still?
Never.
Yeah, David's digging it.
Yeah, I know
Quit
you.
crying, Dan. Quit crying.
Real life. Wait, what?
Comment of the night. Here comes the solo part.
Yeah.
Probably not wrong, but it'd be Bauer. John, got a great idea, buddy.
All right. Def Leppard has been played.
Hey, Sean,
Yes.
you ever seen those like air guitar competitions they do?
This is a real thing.
You know what I'm talking about.
Air guitar. I mean, I've seen plenty of people play air guitar. A competition? I'm not sure.
Yeah, like radio stations and shit do these things like for fun. Whatever.
Okay.
I think you need to do an air guitar competition on Mash and Metal.
Okay. I'm down with it. Yeah.
You got to advertise it and get a few people lined up, you know, and then
True. We're gonna have to get Todd on here.
yeah, everybody's got to jump on live and they got to do their best air guitar of their whatever song
Yeah.
they pick.
Yeah, choose your song and then you do air guitar over it. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, for sure. We gotta get Todd on here. He's the king of terrible air guitar. Um,
Yes. Well, he thinks he's the king. He needs
that's
to
right.
win this
Will
competition.
he be? That's the question. Yet Todd always goes way too far down the fretboard for the song he's playing. he's always like this. He's like his hands are like an inch apart. He's like playing the highest of notes possible. Anyway, I've got to move. PD Young. Okay, I'm curious. First, I gotta get to some what Bauer requested. What was the song? Michael Bashia, but what was the song you wanted? Jason Becker, Serena Live. Okay. In Flames acoustic medley is a solo. Bauer, I didn't realize Bauer's got all kinds of shit here that I haven't played.
Yeah, that came up a while ago. I actually listened to it and it wasn't. Yeah, it was acoustic, so it's hard to.
Okay.
Slapping the bass.
Where was the Michael Bashio comment? Because I'm looking for. Well, shit. I'm just gonna play one, Bauer. I don't know if I can't find your comment on that, but either way, not yet. Calm down. I gotta do the sharing shit. This is Speed Kills. I don't know if this is what you requested, Bauer, but either way, I mean, it'll be. Does it actually show him? Okay, yeah. I mean, if you've never seen him before, then yeah, I mean, he's pretty damn fast.
Hi, I'm Michelangelo from the band Nitro, and this is lesson 1 of Metal Method's Speed Kills.
Oh,
But I'm going to show you in the give you the keys to the Lamborghini.
Very tiny. You know,
Dude, he looks like Michael Scott with long hair.
he's been rocking this crazy wig for a really long time.
Yeah, this is the best stuff we've heard all night.
You know, he's really talented. It's hard for me to respect him though because of the crazy wig. Like he's not doing it ironically. Like he's just his look. Like he's had this wig as long as I've been watching him. Like here, I'll go to a modern video. Same thing. But yeah, he's really damn fast. Hey, it's like Todd playing right there.
At least it was actually a high note when he played it.
Yeah. Man, that's really damn quick right there.
Oh, that's the part. What the fuck? I don't think he's human.
I mean, the wig is certainly a giveaway.
This is way better. That other shit was just that.
Anyway, real quick, I'm gonna hop to another video because the dude is still rocking this fucking ridiculous wig.
That was insane.
Yeah, no, he is. There's no doubt about it. But
From the beginning,
so this
we
is like
dreamed of creating
more
a better
modern
future.
day. Freaking YouTube.
Now we're setting out to be carbon neutral by 2050,
No one cares.
and we're gonna keep dreaming, no matter where we go.
Okay. Oh my god. I guess we're gonna watch commercials together. Okay.
But I also had an extra snare and an extra tom. But it's
Where's
so.
the,
But now
no?
I extra country.
He plays a double guitar in this video, but I just gotta find it.
But around
Is this the same
enough
guy?
that
It's the
not
same
gonna
guy.
be for a little while. For like,
Is
Oh
it
my
like
dude,
26 years later?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
studio.
Same
for the
wig.
stage.
All right. Maybe he doesn't. Anyway, this one he definitely does.
Oh yeah. Does he lick the middle?
Like, I wish he would just like be a bald dude. Like, stop with the crazy wig, man. It's okay to be bald. It's not that bad. He's getting warmed up right now. It's about to get real crazy though. All of the tapping. Yeah, we got
You've got some new requests and people in chat.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah. All right. Well, as much as I'd love to let that keep going, I just realized, as been pointing out, we have some new requests. So let's get back to it here. Kill that. Where are we at here? Adam, what do you got queued up for me here?
That's never been played on the channel, but it's fucking epic.
Okay, is this gonna get nuked?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. You ready?
Is it mainstream shit? Because that's if it is, then we're gonna get it.
It's Tenacious D. Of course it is.
Oh, dude.
Dude, you're getting nuked if you leave this up.
Read this, but God damn it.
Okay, how about this? Let's pause this, Adam. We'll do this backstage because then, because like honestly, I can't.
Sean, you need to pause.
I can't pause it. Adam has controls
I
on
paused
that one. If I get another strike, like my channel is done. I've already
So
got.
stop sharing.
No, I mean like I don't like. In other words, the channel doesn't exist anymore.
No. I know that, but you can stop his sharing.
Oh, yeah. Well, fair enough. Anyway, we're good. We'll come back to that after we're done here. So
he totally look like he's pinching out a fart right now.
yeah. Unfortunately, we can't do the YouTube thing for most things. I like guitar solos, like the Baccio thing and Buckethead. You can kind of get away with because like they're not under freaking labels and shit. But yeah. Anyway, where were we? Sepultura, Desperate Cry solo. Okay, we can manage that.
We have a timestamp.
I can probably figure it out. Sepultura follows the formula that most thrash bands do. So,
Last third of the song.
yep. Get my typing right here.
Why don't you? No, there you go.
What?
Nothing. It
Okay.
helps if you look up from your phone occasionally.
You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to myself.
Oh, okay. Good. I don't have my phone. Assuming it's coming.
Are we listening to something, Sean? Because I don't hear it. John. Yoo-hoo!
Are you heading out, Adam?
No.
Oh, I see.
It's all messed up, dude. It's because of me. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. I just need to remember when I'm switching back and forth. I think we're just about to get to the solo, though. I don't think it's actually started yet. So perfect timing. Perfect timing on the wave, Adam. Are we sharing now? Yeah. Okay. Just don't need it full screen. There we go. Okay. I think we're at the solo now, or about to be. I feel like it's coming any second now. Hopefully. Indeed, he does, man. All 3 points. Good call there, Renan FVS. Yeah, a little Sepultura there. Good stuff. It's been a minute since I've heard anything off that album. In a while. Amar Najib. I'm probably screwing up your last name. My apologies. You said check this Buckethead song, but you didn't say a song, so I don't know. Did I miss it?
Yeah, I don't see a song either.
Yeah. So if you have a specific song, I'll play it, but I don't see one in chat.
Maybe
I thought that was one of your.
He maybe tried to put a link or something.
I thought that was one of your alternate accounts, Sean. You were responding to your own.
Oh yeah, well you guys caught me. Yeah. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, guys.
Z-Man wants to hear the backstage stuff. That's why he's here.
Yeah. You know I do. And I never heard of Buckethead, and that was actually kind of cool.
Buckethead he's the GOAT, man. I'm telling you, check him out. He is the GOAT. But yeah, unless we have any last requests in chat, I think we will go backstage. So
I did give you one request.
Where's this at, Ben? How far do I need to go up here?
Not that far.
Oh, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, TD Young?
Or the one above it. Any TD Young, really.
Okay. TD Young. Well, I'm going to go with your first one. I've got to move. Looks like 1 foot in, 1 foot out is the big one, but let's see here. Can I even find the other one? Yet 1 foot in, 1 foot out is available, so we may have to go with that.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not finding the other one. All right, so
Probably not going to be your jam, but the guy's an incredible guitarist.
okay, well let's hear it, man. Like jazz blues. Okay.
I got 1 foot in.
Oh, I didn't know there was lyrics.
1 foot out. Don't shut the door, baby.
Yeah, I was.
Put me out. I got 1 foot in.
This was not what you were hoping for?
I've actually never heard it with lyrics. I've only heard it instrumental.
It was like little.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm like
Got a little R&B vibe off that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little jazz up a little.
Little pop vocals going on there.
Yeah, it was, I never heard the vocals before. No, it's very R&B blues, Southern blues.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call that Southern blues. Southern blues is usually a little dirtier than that.
I mean,
but
like I said, I never heard it with lyrics before.
I didn't hate it until the lyrics came in. Then I was out.
I've only heard him instrumental.
Yeah,
ever, like any of his.
Let me see if I can skip to like a potential solo or something.
I got 1 foot in.
Oh, still doing that.
Let's not make a scene.
His vocal turns back.
God, it's not a dream. I'll make it right. Oh, I got 1 foot in. I got 1 foot in.
Here we go.
I got 1 foot in and 1.
That was a cool little run there. Yeah,
That is.
That
is.
The guy can play.
Yeah.
I might have.
A little secret, if you're there on the right night, he has a blues club in Lexington, and you can go and he'll just rip for hours.
Huh.
I'd be down for that.
Next time you come in, we could possibly do that.
Yeah, I mean, like all my favorite guitarists are dead, basically, but like I was big Albert King and Freddie King fan. I believe Albert's dead. I know Freddie is. Freddie died years ago. I think Albert's dead too. Of course, Hendrix. I'm a huge Hendrix guy, who isn't, but
yeah.
And then, of course, Stevie back in the day. I guess I don't know. Is Buddy Guy still around? I know he's getting up there. I don't know if he's still playing live gigs or not.
Time is it? Wow, it's 2 a.m.
And then John Lee Hooker, I think he's also passed. Anyway, we're going backstage, folks. No more requests came in chat, so we're out of here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out, though. Had a blast. Hopefully, you guys did, too. I'll come up with another theme next week for something. Also, last final things. We didn't really get to it tonight, but it was the anniversary of Ace of Spades this week. Motorhead, hell yeah. And then last week was the anniversary of Bomber by Motorhead. And then finally, on a sad note ending, this is the anniversary of Ronnie Van Zant's death, as well as many of the members of the original Skynyrd lineup. Yeah, so something like, 40-ish years ago today, something like that, yeah. the greatest Southern rock band of all time. Yeah. So cheers to all you. Cheers to Skinnerd and Motorhead and all you metalheads out there. And love y'all, and we'll see you next week. Peace, everybody.